Alright, what's going on, guys? Back with another psych video here, and today we'll be talking about losing days and how to approach them. So, currently, we're going to label this as old you, even though it might be you now, and it probably is, but after this video, it is the old you. So, the old you takes a loss, and you instantly view it as negative, right? You hate your life, you have to make it back, you chase your losses. But the current you, okay, this new you, views getting stopped out as a way to improve your strategy and yourself as a trader. So, how do you react to losses right now? As soon as you get stopped out or you have a red day or a red week, you instantly view it as a negative and you perceive it as failure and that you're wrong. And attaching a negative perspective to losses only then leads you to crashing out and continuously doing the same thing. So every time you take a loss, you see it as a fail or a negative. You instantly just overtrade, revenge trade, over risk. You have the have mindset. You have to make it back. You have to pass this account, and that just you're just breaking your rules and you're gambling. So why do you actually react this way? Because it's actually a chemical reaction causing you to react this way, right? So when you take a loss or you get stopped out, your brain automatically sees it as you being wrong, all right? And that absolutely destroys your ego, and your brain hates being wrong. And this causes that heavy emotional reaction and activates the fear center of your brain. I don't know the actual scientific name of it, but it puts you into that fight or flight mode, right? And what this mode does is it causes you to lose all focus and all your rational thinking, and it allows your impulsive actions and decisions to take over. So instead of thinking, clearly, when you take a loss, you think, okay, let me just, get off the charts and relax, whatever, it doesn't matter. You lose all rational thinking, okay, and you instantly start thinking, I must make this back. I have to make this back. There's no way I'm wrong. And then that leads to the actions of revenge trading, over risking, all of that, all right? And you start operating from a state of having. And we know that when you operate from a state of having, you're operating from a state of lack, okay? And that's only proving to the universe and to the current you that you are not worthy of your desire, okay? You're not worthy of passing that account or of obtaining that payout. Now, once again, guys, you are not your thoughts, you're only the awareness of them, okay? And I'll continue to preach this and say this every single time, okay? You need to realize that you are not your thoughts and they do not have a control over you. Every time those impulsive thoughts appear in your mind, stop what you're doing and become aware of them and label them as negative and say out loud or inside your head, I'm not my thoughts, this is the old me. And then just watch how your thoughts just go away, okay? Because it's true. You don't need to realize, once you realize that you're not your thoughts and your thoughts do not force you into taking these actions and doing those silly things that you know you don't have to do, then you will stop. Now, your previous failures haunt your subconscious mind. Okay, it's credit to Neuro Knowledge on YouTube. Just watch one of his videos and he mentions this in it. So any experience that has a large and extremely negative emotional intensity to it instantly alters your outlook on not only trading but also your life, all right? So whether that be from you losing all your money in one day or blowing all those accounts or blowing your account, you're so close to a payout, that has a negative emotional charge to it. And then that just stays in your subconscious mind, right? So what does that do once you experience those, really, really tough times? Every time you now take a loss, your brain automatically switches back to those times when you had this intense emotion to it, right? And what does that cause you to do? Repeat the same loop. Now, you will continue to repeat this loop if you do not break it. And the only way to solve this is to relax after you take a loss and just calm down your mind. So, how can you actually do this? I think his name's Tom Trades. I'm not too sure. He's a English trader over. I saw it on his Instagram a couple months ago and I implemented it myself. Okay, it's the 90-second rule. Okay, so when you get stopped out next time, stop overthinking everything and stop everything that you're doing and set a timer. Set a timer for 90 seconds. Now, why am I telling you to do this? Okay, an emotion usually will last around 90 seconds before actually settling down or disappearing, okay? Once again, it's proven science. Okay, so when you get stopped out, when you take a loss, set a timer. Set a timer of 90 seconds, and sit at your hands. And during these 90 seconds, take those deep, long breaths. Resetting your mental, resetting your nervous system, just calming down. Okay, and during those 90 seconds, you'll calm down. You will relax, and all those impulsive urges and those thoughts that appear in your brain will disappear. Now, you can also tackle this in a different way, which also helps. Trade with prop firms that have an auto lockout system. Okay, TopSep has them. I think Tradeovate has them as well. These firms, they all have daily loss systems that prevent you from crashing out and blowing these accounts, right? So after you lose 2% or whatever it is, they auto lock your account and you can't trade for the rest of the day, which helps a lot as well if you cannot force yourself to relax and whatever. So how do you flip your perspective from a red day as failure to improvement? One red day or week or month, okay, it does not make you a bad trader. Losses are inevitable in trading, and red weeks or months will happen, and it's how you learn to react to these when they appear, which they will. If the way you react to them just will increase your chances of becoming a profitable trader by so much. Okay, because anyone can be profitable with any strategy. It's how you can control your emotions that's the key. So when you understand how to take a loss, and now you know how to actually control your impulse emotions by doing that 90-second rule, you can then flip your perspective from a red day being a negative to actually being a positive. And now you might say, what do you mean? When I take a loss, I don't have to blow 5 accounts. I don't have to lose all my month in progress just because I lost $500 on this $80 eval that I just paid for. What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't have to do that? No, okay, you don't have to act like a child and crash out for no reason over losing money that isn't even real in the first place and it's not even yours. So, instead of perceiving red days as a loss, look at them as a way to improve. You might be wondering, oh, how do I do that? Okay, it's by journaling your trades. Screenshot them, write it down, draw it, whatever you do to journal your trades, and then put down why you think you got stopped out. How can you improve? What was the reasons? All right, should you have maybe waited for the liquidity above or below to be swept? Should you have waited for the candle to close? Were you trading against the trend? If whatever your strategy is, did you trust your confluence? Did you use your confluence? Was there something that you wouldn't normally do that you did? And whatever it may be, journal it down and study it so when that same setup appears next time, you know not to take it. Now, the key to becoming profitable as well is data collection. Okay, if you don't actually know why you're taking a trade, or the reason you're targeting a certain area, or the reason where your stop loss is, then you will not improve, because then that just leads to gambling. If you don't know what you're doing, you're just going to gamble, and then these impulsive loops are just going to keep happening. So that's pretty much it for today. Let me know if this helps you guys, or if you want more videos like this. Cheers.